everyone, this is Katherine with Free Tours by Foot, and I'm coming to you today from the front of the American Museum of Natural History. I'm right here on Central Park West and 81st Street. The American Museum of Natural History was originally founded in the 1860s. This is an absolutely giant museum. There are over 40 permanent exhibition halls, over 30 million specimens, a planetarium, and at any given time, about 4 non-permanent exhibits. So before you make your visit, the first thing you're going to want to do is go on their website and see what their non-permanent exhibits are so you can decide if any of them are something you want to see. This will be critical when you decide which kind of ticket to get. But first, let's go over how to get here. The very best option is the B or C subway because they stop right here underneath the Museum of Natural History. But you can also take the 1 train to 79th. It's just a couple blocks over. It's about a 5-minute walk to get here from there. So as of right now, time of filming, July 2021, you actually have to do a timed entry into the Museum of Natural History, and you can reserve your time slot online. There are slots available from 10 in the morning until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And the reason they do that is so that there aren't too many people in the Museum of Natural History at one time. It's actually a really nice change that they've made recently. During peak tourism months, this place could get very overwhelmingly crowded, so I think it really makes for a nicer experience the way they're doing it now. So as far as ticketing goes, there are actually a few different ticketing options. So you have 3 choices. One is a general admission ticket, which will be the cheapest. A general admission ticket gets you access to all of the parts of the museum that are the permanent exhibitions, but that will not include any of the special exhibits. Any of those non-permanent exhibits will not be a part of a general admission ticket. If you have scoped out what special exhibits are available and you see one that you're particularly interested in, there's a great option for you. And that is called the General Admission +1. So that will get you general admission to all of the regular parts of the museum plus 1 special exhibit. Now, if you book that ticket, you can actually pay and complete all of that online, and you will usually select a specific time to go to that special exhibit. So you really want to plan your time carefully and make sure that you've scheduled this out in a way that you're going to get to see everything you want to see and make your entry time for that special exhibit.
Before I mention the third option, I wanted to point out that if you are considering purchasing one of the popular tourist discount passes while in New York, be aware that all of these passes usually include some type of ticket to the museum at no additional cost. If you aren't sure what a tourist pass is, check out our video that explains the pros and cons of these passes here to my left. The link is in the description. At the time of recording, the Sightseeing Pass, the New York Pass, and the Go New York Pass all include a free general admission ticket. The City Pass offers a general admission +1 exhibit ticket.
Up until somewhat recently, the Museum of Natural History was one of New York's pay-what-you-wish museums. And unfortunately, due to rising costs in maintaining the museum, that's no longer true unless you are a resident of New York, New Jersey, or Connecticut. If you are a resident of any of these 3 states, the tri-state area, you still have the option to do a pay-what-you-wish ticket. If you want to use that option, you make a reservation same as you would for a regular ticket, and you'll actually see a link to click. I am a resident of New York, New Jersey, or Connecticut, and I want to pay what I wish. You'll make a reservation. Just so you know, when you do that, you're not going to complete the whole transaction online. You're actually going to just make your reservation. You'll get a confirmation number. You'll come at your assigned time, but you'll still have to go in because they'll want to check your ID to verify that you actually live in one of those 3 states, and then you'll be able to pay them whatever option you wish.
We have a blog post that explains in more detail all of the discounts available at the museum, so look for the link in the description below.
Now the other option, the third ticketing option, is a general admission plus all, and that is exactly what it sounds like. It's a general admission ticket plus access to all of the non-permanent and special exhibits that are going on at the time. Now, if you choose that and you really want to get your money's worth, you need to plan to be here for most of the time that they're open. This is an absolutely massive museum. Each of these special exhibits, and generally, like I said, there are about 4, each of those exhibits, they recommend about 45 minutes. So that gives you an idea. If you have 4 45-minute exhibits plus the rest of the museum, you really will need the better part of the day that the museum is open in order to see everything. In general, something I recommend you doing, no matter what ticket you choose, is when you get here, get a map, sit down and take a minute and really decide, what do you want to see? You know, maybe you want to make sure you hit all of the highlights: our big blue whale, the Hayden Planetarium, the Hall of African Mammals, the Hall of Biodiversity. And maybe you do have a couple of special exhibitions that you're trying to hit. Make sure you save a little time to go through our absolutely fantastic dinosaur exhibit here. People from all over the world come and visit our collection of dinosaur fossils and bones, and it is not to be missed. So really sit down, take that map and make a plan for yourself. Plan how you're going to do the museum, see what you want to see on each of the 4 floors so that you can do it in some kind of order that you really maximize your time.
The museum also offers several self-guided tours that you could also use to help get a sense of what you can see and how much time you want to devote to any one particular area. The museum also offers a free Explorer app that you can use to create customized itineraries, point-to-point directions, and recommendations on what to see. And lastly, the museum also offers guided tours, though at the time of recording, these tours are temporarily suspended. Be sure to check the museum's website for updates.
And when in doubt, the best advice I can give you is don't be afraid to ask. The staff here are extremely knowledgeable and they are very, very helpful. So do not be afraid to ask them. If you can't find what you're looking for or you're not sure what to go and see next, bring up your map, tell them what you're interested in, and they will help you. Be prepared for some waits when you get here. You can maybe see the line out in front of me. The line moves quickly, but you do have to do a bag check when you come inside. It's best to truly just avoid bringing any large bags or backpacks. They're going to have to be searched. It will take more time. If you have a smaller purse or something like that, usually they'll just wave you on through, but be prepared to show your bag, open your bag if asked. You are not allowed to bring food or drinks in unless it is bottled water. That's okay, as long as it's bottled water with a lid that closes. But make sure you check out on their website the most recent up-to-date list of whatever prohibited items you cannot bring into the museum, so that you're not forced to make a decision between getting into the museum or throwing something away or having to turn around and go put something back where you're staying.
One last note, when you are done with the museum, you can head across the street and explore Central Park. The museum is the starting point of our tour of the middle section of Central Park. We also have a self-guided audio tour that you could use. You can also check out our guided walking tours. And be sure to check out our other travel tip videos and virtual walking tours of New York here on our channel.
This is one of my absolute favorite museums. I really, really recommend that you make it a part of your itinerary when you're coming to New York City. Any of those 3 ticketing options are fantastic. You just want to do a little research beforehand and decide which one might be best for you. But we hope to see you here soon at the Museum of Natural History.